Welcome back, everyone. You're taking a live look outside our Southeast Community College camera. It is just before 6:25, a much cooler start to your day, 65 degrees outside.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
That's trending, right? Cooler weather.
Woohoo! All right.
Sorry, I'm really excited about it.
All right. In other news, Lincoln Police are asking for your help to find a Lincoln person's pet cockatoo.
Oh, no.
That's right. You can see her right behind me.
Today.
Oh, there she is right there. Yeah. Her name is Izzy. Last seen on June 4th, left outside a birdcage overnight in the bed of a truck. Probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, white and yellow feathers. She does talk, though, so if you hear a bird talking back at you, chances are it's probably Izzy the cockatoo.
Oh, it's not me in my head if a bird's talking back to me.
What is going on? What is going on with your head?
I don't know. We're just having fun this morning. Roll with the punches, Andrew. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So just keep an eye out for any weird birds out there in the wild.
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of having fun, it's the 30th anniversary of the popular show Friends, and Krispy Kreme is honoring the show in a unique way. It's the one with the Krispy Kreme donuts. Each takes inspirations from a famous episode and moments from the show, but they're only available in the UK.
What? No.
Outraged.
So we need to start a petition to bring it to the States.
What?
Because I want to try these donuts.
What is that? This is just like mean to put this in the trending block now. Just put us in there, get us.
Because it looks delicious, and we're telling all these people in the morning, they're like, "Wow, I would love to go get some."
I rescind my friend's clap after that.
You should.
It wasn't that cool anyway.
Maybe they're testing it out, and then we'll get it sooner than later. But if the anniversary is now.
Maybe we'll get it for like the 35th anniversary.
There you go.
31st. Fingers crossed.
One can hope. Well, also big news, the Stanley Cup Final is moving on to Game 6. The Edmonton Oilers beat the Florida Panthers for the second straight game overnight. So now kind of getting closer in that matchup. The Panthers now lead the best of 7 in the series, of course, 3-2. So the Oilers now up 2. And the first 3 of the 4 times the NHL postseason history has a team come back to win a series after falling behind 0-3. And it's only happened once in the Stanley Cup Final. The 6th game is going to be on Friday, so a couple nights from now, right here, of course, on Channel 8. So yeah, as I was talking about, it started out 3-0. Now we got Edmonton on a 2-game winning streak. So they're coming right in. They're coming hot. And it's going to be exciting to watch.
So they did what the Mavericks couldn't do to the Celtics, right? So
too
we're going
soon.
to, for those Mavericks. Yeah, sorry. Mavericks fan,
okay.
But the weather's better today, though, Jessica.
The weather is great. Hammock weather, shall we say?
Maybe this afternoon.
If you're dodging a few of those scattered showers and thunderstorms. It's fairly dry in Lincoln. Maybe on the west and south side of town, you're starting to see a few sprinkles out there. A little light rain coming in, but most of us are dry and going to be fairly dry throughout the day today. I think there's more dry hours to the day today than really seeing much rain. 84th and O Street, you can see fairly quiet out there. We've got north winds in the picture now, and with the cloud cover, really not expecting temperatures to budge all that much today. Here's a look at some of that rain, coming for the west side of town and the south side of town towards Crete and Wilbur there early this morning, not seeing a whole lot. Fall City seeing a little bit more. Meanwhile, look at Kearney and Grand Island, starting to see some showers and thunderstorms continue to pick up there along that stretch of I-80. So rain at times here early this morning, maybe a little drizzle into the early portions of this afternoon, but cool weather, only topping out in the lower 70s today. East and northeast winds, I think at their worst today, will be around 15 to 20 miles per hour. As you can imagine, short-lived are these cooler temperatures. We're already back in the upper 80s and lower 90s through the end of this week and early this weekend. And giving you a sneak peek towards the end of this month, look at this. Climate Prediction Center showing that temperature outlook is favoring some above average temperatures during that period that leads into early July as well. All
right, brace for the heat. Thank you very much, Jessica. Coming up next, we now know the dates of when a former Seward County deputy will head to trial, what charges he's now facing after shooting a man who refused to leave his vehicle. We'll be right back.
At the Sid Dillon Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, make this the summer event. Save $6,000 on new Ram Bighorns. Lease for $479 per month. Current Stellantis leasees pay $399 per month. New Compasses lease for just $279 per month. Current Stellantis leasees pay $239 per month. Only at Sid Dillon Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln and Crete.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
For news that hits close to home, trust KLKN. We're dedicated to bringing you local news that matters because your peace of mind is our driving force. When severe weather strikes, trust in our Storm Alert team to provide you the most precise forecasts and up-to-the-minute reports. Join us every weeknight at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. as we bring you the stories that shape our community and the information you need to navigate through it. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska now.
For years, I struggled with an addiction to alcohol. I knew I needed help, but I didn't want to leave my family, especially my teenage children. When I learned about Valley Hope, I finally decided to get the help I desperately needed. At Valley Hope, I found compassion and healing in a peaceful environment, and my kids found their mom again. The best gift I've ever given my family is recovery from addiction. Valley Hope can help you reclaim your life from drugs and alcohol. If you or someone you love needs help with addiction, please don't wait. Get help now at Valley Hope.
Morrow Hall's new Discovery Day Camps allow students in grades K through 8 to explore science and natural history through play and hands-on activities with our museum educators. A variety of topics across full day, 2-day, and half-day camps mean we have a camp for everyone.
It's Supreme Spa and Pool's 4th of July celebration. Don't wait. Plenty of summer left to get your swim on. Stealth, semi, and ground pool from $79.99. Supreme Spa and Pool. Dear road rivals, no truck on the road drives value like the Tundra. Day after day, mile after mile, it all adds up to big savings under the hood. What's under yours? Toyota Tundra.
Lease the 2024 Tundra for $439 a month or get 1.99% APR financing for 48 months on Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. Developing this morning, a Lincoln couple trying to find the person who hit their car and drove off.
Obviously, we're speeding as well. I was shaking, literally trying to take the pictures. My heart was beating so fast, and we were kind of panicking too, but also trying to chase her. It was just horrifying.
Couple is describing that scary situation coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's take a live look outside at our Berry Law Tower camera this morning. A much quieter day to start out here. It's just before 6:30. It is 65 degrees outside. Thank you so much for waking up early with us, everyone. I'm Andrew Ward. I'm joined here with meteorologist Jessica Blum. Yeah, a much cooler day today, Jessica. Much relief that I think we all are asking for.
Absolutely. A day that I look forward to getting back home and opening up the windows.
Yes.
Because it's so much cooler out there. A comfy, cozy kind of day we're in store for, as you saw those overcast skies out there right now. Another look at that from Aurora, as you're seeing some winds out of the north now. Those flags have changed direction. And east and northeast winds are what we're expecting throughout the day today. So dragging a little bit drier air, less humidity out there. Temperatures are in the lower 60s this morning. A far cry from where we've been at the early portions of this week each morning. But yeah, north and northeast winds around 6 miles per hour right now in Aurora. You'll see as we look at a broader view of radar and satellite that there's a line of showers and thunderstorms trying to hold together in south central Nebraska up towards the north and east. Lincoln and a lot of us here in southeast Nebraska, kind of no man's land between some more rain kind of flaring up in far southeast Nebraska, coming for those in Falls City really more than any of us. We're trying to squeeze a little bit more rain out of the atmosphere. We'll see maybe a few showers out and about through early this morning, but not going to produce a whole lot. I think we're dry a good portion of the day today, and you see those temperatures not changing all that much. So we'll be seeing some of those scattered storms move in and out throughout the day today. More chances tomorrow before temperatures are expected to climb by a lot into early next week. More on that here coming up in a few.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Jessica. New this morning, a South Lincoln intersection is back open after last night's storm knocked down a giant tree branch. Channel 8 team member Mackenzie sharing this video on our Now Local News app. And this is near 33rd and Van Dorn Streets. You can see that a downed tree branch is in the streets. We did have a reporter swing by that area this morning, and it's all cleaned up, they say. If you see any of those downed trees or branches, be sure to report it to the city. You can also send us video on our Now Local News app. Happening now, a school district in Los Angeles banning cell phone use during the school day. Now, the nation's second largest school district is one of several cracking down on social media right now. Channel 8's Tanya Chalikian joins us now to tell us more about this ban. Tanya.
Andrew, the district banning phones, fearing that the devices distract students from learning and affect their social development. It comes after the U.S. Surgeon General called on Congress to put warning labels on social media apps. Lincoln Public Schools recently updating their cell phone policy. The district says all electronic devices must be shut down and put away at LPS middle schools. They are a little more lenient in high schools. Students need to not use phones during classes, but they can use them in between periods and before and after school. Parents are still mixed on the idea of an outright cell phone ban in schools, according to a survey by the National Parents Union. 56% believe their kids should be allowed to use their phones at some points throughout the school day.
All right, thank you very much, Tanya. Breaking news this morning, a trial date is set for a former Nebraska deputy accused of manslaughter. A Lancaster County judge says Anthony Gann's trial will be February 3rd of next year. Right now, he faces charges from a fatal shooting last year on I-80. Seward County deputies tried pulling over Jorge Luis Santana Ramirez. He refused to come out of the car, and investigators say Gann shot him. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies say Santana Ramirez had a weapon. Gann was indicted by a grand jury in April, but those details won't be released until the trial. Developing now, we now know how 3 teens escaped a youth detention center here in Lincoln. Court documents say the teens used a metal pole and a couch to break a window last Friday. The 15, 16, and 17-year-olds ran off, stealing a car and drove to Omaha. They were captured late Friday night after a police chase. They now face charges of escape, which is a felony. In more developing news, a Lincoln couple is on the lookout after falling victim to a hit-and-run accident. The two decided to take matters into their own hands, attempting to chase the man down until police told them to stop. Channel 9's Mackenzie Johnson spoke with the couple as they recall the action-packed night.
We were waiting there, and I think there were like 2 more cars ahead of us. When the signal turned green, this car starts backing into us. We're like honking and kind of screaming in our own car, panicking because we don't know what to do and we should have Pam.
Malvika Viju and her fiance were driving down 27th Street around 4:30 Saturday afternoon when the crash happened. The driver in front of them put on their blinkers, so they thought they were going to stop and exchange information. But that's not what happened.
Never pulled over. She kept just driving off, and we tried to chase her.
Yeah, what made you guys decide to do that instead of just letting her go?
I mean, it backed into us. We need the information. She just can't get away like that.
Her fiance started chasing the car, following it for several minutes as she tried to take clear pictures. Here are some of the photos she was able to get of the black Honda Fit. I went along with the couple, retracing the path of their chase.
So it was like they were trying to speed as much as they can with this small car. We kept trying. We don't want it to be too close, like, you know, how they would escalate things, but we don't want it to lose them either. So I think by here I'm calling 911 because I'm still in the shock and trying to process what exactly went on.
They say the driver was going through neighborhoods between Vine and O Streets.
So they were like trying to get rid of us as much as they can zigzag.
Viju says the 911 operator told them to stop the chase and they lost the driver. Viju thinks there's around $2,000 worth of damage to their car, and she says this whole thing has really shaken them.
Obviously, like, we're speeding as well. I was shaking, literally trying to take the pictures. Like, my heart was beating so fast, and we were like kind of panicking too, but also trying to chase her. It was just horrifying. I don't think chasing them was the greatest idea at the time, but you don't really think when that happens. You just go what your instinct tells you to do.
Reporting in Lincoln, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
In developing news this morning, a new policy from the Biden administration is looking to keep families together. A new estimate from the Congressional Budget Office says increased immigration to the U.S. is expected to drive higher economic growth and labor supply. Now, immigration of those without work authorization is on track to be 8.7 million, greater than past forecasts. The office expects that surge to raise the U.S.'s GDP by almost $9 trillion over the next decade. Now, those estimates also suggest the jump in immigration rates would lower deficits by $990 billion. It would also raise revenues by $1.2 trillion. Biden's new policy would shield about 500,000 immigrants from deportation. The president's legislation focuses on non-citizens who have been in the country for at least 10 years and are married to a U.S. citizen. It would make it easier for non-citizens to apply for permanent residence without leaving the country. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas speaking on the action.
What this measure signifies is the president's leadership in the face of congressional inaction. It is about family unity. That is an ethic and a value of this country, and we will benefit significantly from it. We will keep families together, families including the undocumented spouses who have contributed so much to this country in so many different ways.
Here at home, U.S. Senator Deb Fischer commenting on Biden's amnesty policy, saying, quote, it gives illegal immigrants another reason to ignore our nation's laws and flood the border. And if you stay here long enough, we'll let you get away with it, end quotes. Now, this announcement coming just 2 weeks after Biden took action to block migrants who cross the U.S.-Mexico border illegally from receiving asylum. Happening today here at home, students from across the country are collaborating here in Nebraska this Juneteenth. We're told they are preserving history at UNL this summer, working in the university's digital lab. Channel 8's Annie Elmy joins us now live from campus where those students will present their research today. Annie, what can we expect?
Yeah, Andrew, the 11 students in this program have been going over documents from dozens of old freedom lawsuits involving slavery in the U.S. And university officials say the students have been adding transcript annotations to the documents. We're told they are in the middle of a 10-week program right now. And in one case, the students are looking into deals with a woman who sought freedom for herself and her family, while another case took place in 1841 as a freed woman of color fought to keep real estate in her family. And you can learn more about this project today and their early research project. And the students will present these findings from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Love Library right here on UNL's campus. Reporting in Lincoln, Annie Elming, Channel 8 News.
Oh, thank you very much, Annie. Also happening today, an unforgettable celebration at the Juneteenth Makers Market. This event starts at 5 o'clock at the Indigo Bridge off of 17th Street in Lincoln. The event is made to honor Lincoln's black community. Now, each booth has local black artists and businesses. There will also be fundraising for a food truck from the Mama Shiri, a locally owned soul food caterer. Also today, with the Juneteenth holiday, many offices will be closed for the day. From stores to government buildings, you'll see a lot of off on holiday signs. So if you're looking for a ride, you'll have to make other plans as well today. Lincoln Transportation and Utilities posting a Facebook post reminding StarTrain riders that bus routes will not be in operation today. Also, their office will be closed in observance of the Juneteenth holiday. Now, the Holdridge, Vine, and UNL service routes will remain open today. Also, most city offices will be closed down today. If you're looking to get some paperwork done, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Until then, you can enjoy some of those events we just mentioned around the capital city today. Developing news, the White House canceling a high-level meeting with Israel on Iran. Now, this is a live look at the White House this morning. U.S. officials say this comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu released a video on Tuesday claiming the U.S. was withholding military aid. White House officials say only one weapons shipment has been paused since the war began, prompting the canceling of Thursday's meeting. Developing now, the York County assessor is providing an update on 2024 property valuations. He says some parcels in the county are being overvalued, which is causing confusion for people in the area. The York County assessor says after discovering an issue with the values, it became apparent there were similar issues in other parts of the county. He says they discovered a glitch that has impacted parcels outside of the inspection area. Since this is an error, this impacted won't have to file a valuation protest. New notices of valuations will be sent to property owners soon. New details this morning. The general election isn't until November, but Grand Island will soon have a hot topic issue to decide on. The Grand Island City Council is calling for a special election on August 13th. It's to establish a Good Life District economic program. Now, the district would reduce state sales taxes from 5.5% to 2.75% in the Good Life District boundaries. If voters go against the measure, it's gone for the next 30 years. Grand Island City Administrator Laura McAloon says this is a big opportunity.
More often than not, the eastern side of the state, the more populous side of the state, is the one that gets to take advantage of the different tools and economic impact tools that the legislature provides. So this is not just a big opportunity for Grand Island, it's an opportunity for kind of all of the little guys out here in the state, where we get to use the same type of tool that the big cities get to use.
If approved by voters, the city of Grand Island would recapture $7.5 million in sales tax that goes to the state. They'll be able to keep it locally for the Good Life District to spur local developments. Mail-in ballots will be due August 13th. New this morning, new developments coming to Lancaster County soon. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners sharing updates from their latest meeting. The biggest update is an agreement with the DLR Group. It'll be to develop an energy management plan to improve efficiency in buildings owned by Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the Public Building Commission. It'll hopefully bring energy savings to much of the county, diverting extra money for other programs. Now, there's another grant award from the Nebraska Crime Commission's program that's bringing $99,000 to the county as well. New this morning, the number of people on probation is increasing in York County. That's according to the District 5 Probation Office, which is asking for help. The office serves York, Butler, Merrick, Saunders, Seward, and several other counties. The number of people on probation in York County is on the rise, going from 511 to 554 between 2022 and 2023. They'll need more office space for more staff to address the rise in probation numbers. This is so they can effectively rehabilitate people into society. And keeping with York County, the Henderson Police Department is asking for information from incidents of vandalism. The police department announced on Facebook that they'll have to close the tennis court bathrooms. It's because of incidents like this. The department says people have not been respecting property, instead vandalizing property during overnight hours. If anyone has any information about these incidents, contact the Henderson Police Department. Coming up next, WildHub ranking the best and worst run cities. When we come back, we'll go over how Lincoln holds up in that report. Stay with us.
Working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry, the electrical workers of Local 265 are seeking licensed journeymen and apprentices for upcoming projects in the Lincoln area. Call Mike to learn more about these future opportunities.
At Anderson Ford, we've been focused on giving our customers a great experience. But just this once, we're going to rely on a really great pitch. So we've partnered with the best in the country.
Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $439 per month. Or lease a 2024 Ford Bronco Sport for only $326 per month.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Update your home's exterior with help from Menards. Shop the largest selection of garage doors in stock or design your own using our Garage Door Design program. This 9x7 garage door is $449.99 after rebate. Build outdoor projects that last with our huge in-stock selection of quality AC2 pressure-treated lumber and decking. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Get an 11% rebate on pressure-treated lumber and decking.
Save big money at Menards.
What makes us different? When you invite us into your home, we aren't there to sell you anything. We're there to listen and discuss the features and benefits that match your family's needs. Whether it's faux wood blinds, shutters, or automated shading systems, we're the experts.
Budget Blinds is also committed to the communities we serve. Our support of CASA, court-appointed special advocates for children, works to improve the lives of abused or neglected children. Call today and see why more customers choose Budget Blinds of Omaha and Lincoln.
Want your house to wow? Give it to the Emo Flooring Treatment. Tile, hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, and the best in shop flooring. Our Emo Flooring Dream Team will ensure you're satisfied every step of the way. Visit us today for your in-store consultation. Emo Flooring on South 14.
Let's get to the meat of the matter. You're not the guy you used to be, but you want to be that guy again. So get off the pot and get your testosterone checked. Your first consult is free at Limitless Male. Schedule online at limitlessmale.com.
Working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry, the electrical workers of Local 265 are seeking licensed journeymen and apprentices for upcoming projects in the Lincoln area. Call Mike to learn more about these future opportunities.
Welcome back, everyone. Taking a live look at our ABC Seamless camera this morning. It is just after 6:45. It is 65 degrees. A very nice start to your Wednesday morning out there. Well, happening now, WildHub is ranking the best and worst run cities in the country. And our beloved Lincoln is getting another top 25 ranking, Tanya.
That's right, Andrew. Lincoln is coming in ranked at 24th on this list out of 150 cities looked at. WildHub compares the operating efficiency of 148 of the largest U.S. cities to reveal which among them are managed best. Take a look at this map, the purple dots indicating the best cities, while the lighter blue indicates the worst. We can see Nebraska's closer to purple, sitting at number 24. Not too shabby for the capital city. We ranked at 27 for quality of city services and 34 in total budget per capita. WildHub ranks Nampa, Idaho as the best run city, with San Francisco, California being the worst.
Yeah, we know that Lincoln's #1 in our hearts, too.
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we rank #1.
Yes. We'd love to hear from all of you as well. How do you think Lincoln is run as a city? Let us know on the Now Local News app, and maybe some of those answers will run in our later shows tonight. So thank you very much, Tanya.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Jessica Blum.
Dare I say, most of spring didn't feel all that windy until up to maybe a couple of days ago. Not even associated with some of those thunderstorms. We had a lot of high winds yesterday ahead of that cold front as it was marching through. But summer solstice starting tomorrow, and now that the cold front has moved through, those winds are backing off for today. So bearer of good news, I feel like, today for a lot of you as you're waking up to a more comfortable start out there. South 6th and Perkins Street, 65 degrees in Beatrice, overcast skies. And temperatures really not going to budge all that much throughout the day today. 64 right now in Seal City as well as Hebron. We're just past 6:45 here this morning. Coolest in York. They run a little bit cooler in Kearney right now. Starting to see a little bit more of that rain factor in as some showers and thunderstorms kind of move into the area. Still fairly warm in Falls City. They've got some higher dew points in that area that we'll look at here in a second too. But this is what I mean. Maybe some of us are warming up by about another 6-7 degrees in total for today. High temperatures run from the upper 60s and the lower 70s. Some of us struggling to make it to 70 degrees today. Here's a look at where that moisture stands. You can see kind of pooling in and around Falls City. A lot of us gaining some relief finally from some of the humidity as a lot of that moist air kind of sits off to the east and really should stay that way for much of the day today. Kind of that cold front coming through and sweeping some relief our way. Northeast winds now in the picture, generally less than 10 miles per hour for most. A lot of us seeing maybe a few sprinkles out and about across Lancaster County, especially on the south side of town along Highway 77. We'll zoom in on some of that to show you a little light rain coming for the Lincoln Airport as well, down to the south and west between Milford and Cree. So really this is going to be the nature of a lot of things today. Maybe some light drizzle at some times that maybe sparks the windshield wipers to be kind of turned on for maybe a second or two. It's not going to be a whole lot. Meanwhile, some of you are seeing some more moderate rainfall out towards Oneida and Kearney along the stretch of I-80, kind of coming and splitting between Hastings and Grand Island. So some rain chances out there, fairly scattered in nature. This is, again, going to be kind of what we expect through much of the day here on Wednesday, especially across southeast Nebraska early on into the afternoon hours, and then more activity coming through south central and central Nebraska for tonight. So hopefully some of you that have told me that you've missed out on rain here recently, you pick up on a little bit more today. Don't think it's a whole lot, but there are still chances for some more storms tomorrow. Today's our cooler day to enjoy though. Highs in the 70s before we're back to the upper 80s and then the 90s and then even the upper 90s by early next week. So yeah, Andrew's been kind of pushing my arm. Hammock weather, right, Jessica? If we can dodge some of those showers, I think it'd be a beautiful day to spend in a hammock.
Yes, who doesn't love a good hammock?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Jessica.